Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to do some voice recognition, and I'm going to show you how to use text-to-speech and how to have some fun with your coding. Here we go. So, we're going to go and click on our BTN voice button. Click it, and you're going to go and call your speech recognizer to get the text. You guys see what I'm doing? And then just like the camera, we had to take the picture, and then after we took the picture, we had to do something with the picture, right? So you're going to see that a lot in programming. After you do the voice recognizer, we got to figure out what they said. Does that make sense? How many things can you say into voice recognition? Yeah, unlimited, millions, trillions. You know, how many words can you? I mean, there's just millions of things we can say into text. So what we have to do now is figure out what did they say. If they said clear, if they said clear canvas, if they said clear my canvas, if they said erase, if they said erase canvas, if they said erase my canvas. Are you with me on that? So we got to decide what exactly did they say. So now, have you guys gone to this control box yet? Go to your built-ins, and there is a control box. You want to choose the if. Now, I'm going to scroll out here because this is going to get really big here really quick. There is a little tiny blue button on there. Does everybody see that? That is a mutator button or a morph button. Mutate or morph means to do what? Change, right? If you would find a frog, ladies, you're supposed to kiss that frog on the lips, and it's supposed to turn into your Prince Charming. Are you with me? That is called morphing. The frog is supposed to morph or mutate into your Prince Charming. Are you with me on that? That's an if-then. So I want to click on this blue button, and I'm going to get a bunch of else ifs in here. Okay, and I'm just going to make this pretty big. And then at the very end, I'm going to put an else if in there. Okay, that's pretty big. Okay. So I just morphed my if block to have a bunch of if, else ifs, if, else ifs. Are you with me? I want multiple selections here, and this is a test question. What are you going to choose if you have multiple selections? The answer is an if, then, else, if. If, then, else. Right? If you only had one or two, you could pick between an if, then. Okay? So now, we need to go and grab a logic block because we have to logically figure out what they said. And the result is what they said. Okay? Now, I did this last period, so I'm going to show you this as a nice little trick here. Does everyone know that when you run your app, there's a little thing at the top called title? We don't use that very much. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use it today as a resource to help you code. Because anytime something goes on, if you can see it, then you can know what's going on. For example, if you were rolling the dice, I would want to print out what dice were rolled so I could see if the dice were working right. Are you with me on that? A lot of stuff happens in memory. If I have a clock in my game programming, I want to see the clock running so that I can see if it's running correctly. Did it start? Did it stop? Is it going too fast? Is it going too slow? So anytime you guys can print something out, I highly recommend doing that. So watch this. I'm going to go to screen 1. And I'm going to go to the title. And the text. And I'm going to take my results and I'm going to print it into the title. Okay? And if you want, we could do this. This would be cool. I can show you how to use the join right now, just because I can. I want to show you as much stuff as I can. So here we could join, and then we could go get a text here, and I could say speech recognizer results, colon space, and then I could print the results right here. Okay? And you want to look, last class we said thank you Siri, and I typed in thank you, comma, capital S Siri. Didn't work. Because when I say thank you Siri into the device, it doesn't register commas. It was just thank you Siri. Are you with me on that? So because I had the comma in there, wasn't working. Okay, so now we go to text, and now you can put in a quote in there, and now you can type in whatever you want them to say, or whatever you hope they say. I guess that's the better choice. Whatever you hope they say. So let's say you hope they say clear. So if they say clear, what am I going to do? I'm going to call my procedure and clear my canvas. I'm going to copy this. And you might want to duplicate this a bunch of times, because we're just going to go right down the line and duplicate that. Okay. What happens if they say clear? What happens if they say erase? Okay. I would do the same thing. Clear my canvas. What happens if they say clear canvas? I would clear my canvas. What happens if they say erase canvas? Okay. Now, do you guys see how I'm using this procedure? All I do is say call clear my canvas. It goes back up here and does all this right here. Are you guys seeing that? This is getting called all the time. And I don't have to copy these 3 blocks of code over again. All I do is say, I've got it in my storage, right? I'm just saying, call clear my canvas. Done. It goes over here, plays the sound, clears the screen, and says, canvas has been cleared. Dan, you are awesome. Okay? What else could they say? What happens if they said clear my canvas? Oh, they probably won't even say canvas, will they? Do you think your user is going to know that that canvas is a canvas? What's it going to look like to them? A screen, right? Yeah, it's probably just going to be clear my screen. So let's say clear my screen. That's why you normally keep your commands very short and brief. You don't want really long commands. Okay? So what happens if they say erase my screen? Erase my screen. I can do all that. Okay, now let's have some fun. Let's do some crazy stuff in there that has nothing to do with clearing your canvas. Are you with me? You got 9 minutes left. This class goes quick, doesn't it? So, what happens if we said, Mr. Richter is awesome. And I'm going to spell it capital M, right? Because I'm Mr., right? Dot Richter, capital R, because that's a formal name, right? Is it going to recognize that? Probably not. Okay, so we're going to go do a check here in a second. Let's go down and do text-to-speech. And Siri can say something like, I have known that for years. Mr. Richter is awesome. Okay. And now at the else, what I can do at the else is say, sorry, I am unable to perform that request. If you say anything she doesn't like, she's going to come back and say, I'm sorry, I'm unable to perform that request. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try to do this. Okay, let's run it, test it, draw something, voice recognition, clear, clear. So that worked. Clear my canvas. Clear my canvas. So now you guys see how I'm reading this up here. I'm seeing how it's typed in. It's all lowercase. What happens if I would go back here and uppercase this? Let's go back here to clear my canvas. Okay, watch this. What happens if I would go to clear and type in capital C-L-E-A-R? What do you think is going to happen if I type in capital C-L-E-A-R? Watch. Clear. Clear.
Canvas has been cleared. You are awesome.
It didn't update it. Clear.
Canvas has been cleared. Dan, you are awesome.
It didn't update it. Unless I have another clear on here somewhere. Because it's coming out lowercase. Okay, so let's go down to something different, okay? All right, so let me use this line here. Mr. Richter is awesome. Are you ready? Mr. Richter is awesome.
I am not able to perform that request at this time.
Okay, can someone come up here and look at the way it types out Mr. Richter is awesome at the top of the screen? It's lowercase mr, right? Dot, space, capital R in Richter is awesome. Are you with me? Is that how I have it printed out right here? Is that how I have this box? No. So you're gonna have to go into this box and you got to make sure it's exact. So you got to say MR Richter is awesome. Mr. Richter is awesome. Mr. Richter is the real deal.
I am not able to perform that request at this time.
By the way, it came out as this director is the real deal. Okay. You see how I'm saying how you want to see what's going on? And that's a good thing to do, is to type it out and see what's going on. Don't let things happen in memory in your mobile apps. Print it out and see it. I remember when I was doing game programming, anytime I would have a clock running or using a clock in a game, I would print out the clock and show the clock to see if it's really running the way that I want. See, did it stop? Is it running too fast? Is it running too slow? I want to see it. Okay? So that is a great lesson on voice recognition. Who got it? Who understands what I'm doing here? Okay, you need more time to see this.
Canvas has been cleared. You are awesome.
Thank you, Siri. Oh, I wanted to do that. I wanted to thank her. So I'm going to say thank you, Siri. And then I can come down here and say, you are welcome. You are very welcome. Okay. And now I can say, thank you, Siri.
I am not able to perform that
Ooh.
request at this time.
Why?
Has been cleared. Dan, you are awesome.
Didn't work. No, it didn't work. Siri is capitalized. Okay? So do you guys see how exact you got to be? Okay, so now you got to go capital SIRI, Siri. Okay, you see that? You got to be exact. That's why you print things out and look at it. Thank you, Siri.
I am not able to perform that request at this time.
Oh, I didn't hit enter. Thank you, Siri.
I am not able to perform that request at this time.
Sometimes you're going to have to update your app. Are you with me? And just do like right now, she's not working right now. So what I probably need to do is go back up here, go to connect, reset, connect, AI companion, and then turn it off and reconnect it and let it re-download the app again. Sometimes that happens. Okay. So it's just, if you know it's right and it's not working, then just reconnect it. Okay. Draw, black. Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Siri.
You are very welcome.
There you go. Should work that time because I reloaded it. And that's it. That's voice recognition. That's the start of it. That can get you through a lot. Who learned something today? Okay. So that should be a good lesson on voice recognition.